Hello, you guys. I decided to hop on right quick because I didn't come on yesterday. I don't know what's going on today. But I want to come on and chat with you guys. Okay, it's sending out the notifications. Ciao. We're gonna get better after this month. I promise. It's so cold. I'm just waiting for everyone to start coming on. Hey guys. Yeah, I had to get on. I was trying to take my final, and my philosophy teacher won't allow you to take your final unless your camera is on so that she can record you. And for some reason, my camera been acting up tonight. It's always acting up. For some reason, I can't get it to come on, and I just gave up. I was supposed. I started trying to get that camera to work. I looked at every YouTube video, tried to see what I need to do to get that camera on. I just oh oh now I don't know what to do. Oh, I got an iPad. I don't forgot my password. I was trying to get my password, change my passwords because I don't remember no password, so I could do it on my iPad. It wouldn't do it. Just a bunch of shit. Lord, forgive me for cussing. Lord, I just thank you for forgive me. Hey, Black Barbie, Macy King, Joy Loves God, Imperfect Angel. I listen. I got 5 more days, and then oh, I'll be so glad when it's over. There, I think my life can get back to normal. Hopefully, I hope my life can be back to normal. Cause I promise you, I be forgetting stuff. I forgets everything. Like people getting mad at me. I thought you said you was gonna do this. I forgot. And I would have just talked to him like 45 minutes prior. Okay, I'm gonna do such and such. Child, 1 o'clock come. I don't remember nothing. I don't remember it until like later on, or the person reminds me. I thought you said you was gonna do this. You have to understand it's cold, and when the weather is like this, like it's not a good time anyways. Because all I want to be want to do is eat me some soup and cuddle laid up in the bed. And it's so weird because, well, I ain't gonna get that personal. I think I be sharing too much information anyways. Hey Tams, it's the devil just trying. That's exactly what it is. It's the devil trying me. Don't as hard as I worked on this philosophy class, if I have to go sit at the damn library tomorrow evening and take the damn I go sit at the public library tomorrow evening and take that damn test. Lord have mercy. Oh, I ain't got the password. Cause I could log into my iPad right now. I don't know the damn password. And I think it's got a lot to do with like me just being frustrated, like having so much going on and stuff. So this weekend, I'm gonna be doing something that I enjoy every single day this weekend. Okay. Friday, some of the attorneys that I work with having a party, a Christmas party. I'm going up in there Saturday. Somebody else having a party. I'm going up in there. Look at me. I'll probably have to miss one. I'm definitely going to the banquet on Sunday though. The Christmas party on Sunday. The one on Friday, the one on Sunday. I'm gonna have to recuperate on Saturday. I'm trying to think, do I got something? It seemed like to me I got something I gotta do on Saturday. I just don't remember what it is, but I'll remember by tomorrow. Um yeah. Mm. Y'all know how that is. Like this time, this kind of weather, you just be wanting to try to get in. Like I'm getting ready to turn my heater on now. I'm trying. Hey Diane, hey Lakita, hey Callie. I'm trying to think now. Should I make me some coffee or should I turn my heater on? My heater get hot so quick. I think I'm gonna make me some coffee. I had every intention on me and Vanessa was gonna get on tonight and talk about what needs to happen in Memphis. Like, what's up, Stanley? That would have been a good topic, but I've been so thrown off balance that I could not take my final exam because my camera wouldn't come on because my philosophy teacher want to watch everybody, make sure we don't cheat, which is crazy. So I'm just I just put it in the hands of the Lord. I just put it all in the hands of the Lord. I need to reboot. Thank you, the Black Barbie. Yes, I do. I have definitely worked this year. You know what? I get to thinking about like everything that has happened this year, and I ain't throwing no digs at nobody, okay? But I think about, I'll say this. So I'm gonna have to make some coffee. I'm in a chatty mood now since I'm on here with y'all because I went on here yesterday, so I'm in a chatty mood. So I think about like at the beginning of this year, like I was really like in a depression. I was. And I was thinking about dog, like I'm so far, like I'm 2 years behind because my dad has been gone for 2 years. I felt like, I'm like 2 years behind. Like everything that I was supposed to do, like go back to school and all of that, I'm like behind. And that's how I felt. You know how you be feeling when you know that you're supposed to be further ahead? Because ahead because I'm a go getter. Like if I say I'm gonna do something, I make up my mind. I start putting it into progress to go do it. And so I wasn't doing that because I was not motivated to do anything. I gained all that damn weight. I was looking at myself. I was like, I've never been this fat before. I ain't even like. I don't even want to say like what size I had gotten up to, but I'm gonna just tell you that right now. I shoots up that zip bound. Okay, and here's another thing too. FYI, I think I'm gonna get off of the zip bound. I want me something else. I think I want that Wegovy. I want that Wegovy. I need to lose some more weight. Okay. But I ain't where I was at. And so once you start making progress like that, you start seeing yourself come back to yourself. Like your face ain't as bloated anymore and all of that. Like it's a process because I didn't gain it overnight. But depression can definitely make you gain weight. And so then, I the so-called, and I don't even like talking about it because I don't be bothered about it. But me personally, like I get on here and we talk and stuff, but it's certain things that I don't really like to talk about, like such as like my private, personal, intimate relationships. Like and not unless it's with some of my friends, right? And so I had started a relationship with this guy for a little while, and we had been talking. We for a year. This had been ongoing. I don't want nobody to know because it's nobody's business, right? It's nobody's business. But of course, it didn't work out, and he wanted to tell everybody. Okay, even though I didn't tell all his shit. I probably don't need to talk about that because every time I think about that man, I think about I need to spill all the beans I got on him. I ain't even tilt the cup. I just don't want to get into it because I just don't want to. Like my life is so happy now. Like I'm so happy. I feel like God is just carrying me and opening doors and all those things. Like, when the glory cloud is over your head, when you get on network to reach out to you. Like they reached out. I mean, this Diane is went with me. Diane is in here. She'll tell you we went to. I actually did a documentary this year with On Network. I didn't even believe I could not. I didn't even believe that it was so okay. And to come to think about it, they ain't sent me my check yet. Remember, Diane, when we was getting ready to go, that guy was saying, "Oh, we need your information so we can send you your check." He was asking for my social security number. I said, "What you need that for?" "Oh no, we just got to make sure." I said, "I got an EIN." "No, we need your social." I ain't want to do that. But they still ain't sent me my check. I need to go check my mailbox in my office. It might. No, I'm gonna reach out to the producer. He said, "Now, T, all players take one in a lifetime, but I swear that Dusty that came out and said you was dating him, I was disappointed." Don't make me feel bad, Switch B. Oh, don't make me feel bad. We all go through something. I was in a depression. I was in a depression. And he didn't have to come out and say nothing. He could have just left it. I don't know why he didn't leave that alone. I don't know why he didn't leave that alone. He didn't leave that alone. He should have. He didn't have to say anything. That was just. I mean, what grown man? That man 50 something years old. Why do that? Why do something like that? I didn't say nothing. If it don't work, you're supposed to be able to part just like you came together. Okay. But maybe he was going through a depression. Now I ain't gonna give him no damn excuses because that man was wrong. He was dead wrong. He should have. He's like, child. I'm like, she done lost her mind. We all been there through booze. I would want to run and avoid, act like I ain't see you. hmm That's I'm telling you. I tell you. I had started back dating one of my exes, and I mean it's something because when I had started back dating him, I felt like we had been together for a long time, and then we broke up for like 2 years, and I felt like I didn't have closure. That's what I felt. I was like, dog, I didn't have closure. But what ended up happening was when I got back with him, I didn't feel the same way. It was more fun than anything for me. Then he wanted to really lock me down because my it was different. When I really loved him, he didn't do right. So It was more fun than anything. So I was like, dog, I ain't gonna let him lock me down. Cause I got too much going. Like I'm really, really happy now. But don't worry, he lurking. He see you shining. Do it on him. Oh, yeah. He tried. He thought he was gonna do me dirty, and I promise you, I really was saving him. Like it was just so much stuff that lady said to me that is on audio. Cause she said I could put it on audio because I wanted for him to hear it. And if she say she didn't say it, my sister and my kids was sitting right there. I had her on speaker. Is she said it, okay? And because I wanted for him to hear what she was saying, and I mean, it was so horrific. I wonder how you feel laying with a racist woman because she a freak. I guess I guess it's worth it. You can call my kids nigga, call me nigga, just be a freak and take care of me. I guess I don't know. But it's a lot of stuff. But hey, I'm not even mad at the lady because I feel like well, she thought she was slick now. I don't like for no woman. I don't like for nobody to think they play me. Because I feel like she thought she was playing me. Because she was telling me, oh, you I think about what the lady was calling me saying. But she had me scared because she was started crying. She crazy too. She a mental patient too. He didn't take his meds. I said, what damn meds? I made him get on. She named some kind type of medicine. I made him get on because his temper was so bad. I told him in order for us to be together, he was gonna have to go get on some mental meds. So she was she was his handler. I said he on some mental meds. Yeah, and he used to beat the shit out of me. I said, oh hell no. I ain't gonna I'ma just tell y'all this. Because I was going through a depression, but I slept with my purse. And I never did that. I slept with my purse on my side of the bed in the window because my peacemaker was up in there. That lady had scared the shit out of me. I was just real uncomfortable. I mean, just all the stuff she said, but then she went right back to him with her bumpy mouth, with her red bumpy mouth. She went right back to him, and which is good because I sent him back to her. And but the way he did it, it was just messed up. And I get to thinking about it, I was like, I spared him because I actually had a real genuine love for one of his daughters, right? The one that she talked about so bad, talk about she was on welfare and food stamps and stuff because he raised her wrong and living off of the government. I didn't appreciate a white woman saying that to me, and I'm a black woman that's a mother. You see what I'm saying? And she laid up with a black Sambo. Okay. Um, and anyways, but I spared that Negro because I got a love for it, a respect for his daughter. Okay. But he didn't spare my daughters. Whatever he thought he was gonna tell her, he ain't gonna say nothing. I was in a damn depression. Okay. So whatever it was, I could correct it. He can't correct sorriness and patheticness. I ain't never in my life seen nobody, okay. Don't get me started. Cause see, every time I get to thinking about what that man did when I spared him, and I was nice to that man, okay. I was nice to I was nice to him. I was, okay. And I get to thinking about I was telling my mama, I said, my mama said, well, you stop. It's some things you just have to when people think they did you dirty. I'm talking about when they think they, did something to you, you just have to, God is blessing you and you don't need to because I be on my get back real bad. Okay. But I really don't feel like cause see, I really want to play that audio. I want to play the audio of the mistress talking about Sambo. Okay. Uh that's what I want to do. That Uncle Tom Chicken George. That's what I want to do. I want to play the mistress talking about him. Okay. And I wanted to be in her words. Okay. But because okay, that's because I got it. And for some reason, listen, for some reason, I knew that she was going to do it. That's why I thought to, I asked her if I could record it. I knew she would do it because see, when you got somebody that has always felt like they was better and smarter than a Sambo that was lazy, okay, and pathetic. I mean, they would think they smarter than all black people, okay, with them red ass bumps on their lips, okay, and that's why I did that. He's a damn chicken George. I could have listen. It wasn't even no hard feelings. I liked the man. I never denied that I liked him. I had learned to like him because I didn't in the beginning because he wasn't my type. But when you're in a depression, you start looking at people. Now he was tall because I like tall guys. Okay, I do. I like him tall. And I got to looking at. I was like, well, he tall. He ain't really my type. He dark skinned. I like guys that's I like dark skinned guys. Okay. I like light skinned guys too. Don't start no shit. All my kids is light skinned, okay? But I like I like dark skinned guys. And I was like, well, he seemed like a cool little dude. I've been broke up. I've been celibate for 2 years. I've been broke up with the guy that I was really in love with for 2 years. And I went on this journey. I was like, I'm not going to date. I'm not going, I want to detox. And that's what I did. I was like celibate for 2 years and some change. Child, it wasn't worth my 2 years. I'm mad about that more than anything. I won't to go, because I could have been going into 3 years. It wasn't even worth my damn time if you want to be real about it. But I'm talking about breaking my celibacy. That's what I'm talking about. But I ain't say nothing. I didn't. I didn't say anything. And I thought about I thought about more than anything. I was like, well, he's moved way here. So I said he moved way here. So um um yeah, I ain't gonna leave him out there like that. But I immediately like started picking up on things like he's a taker. He's a taker, and he lost his job like 3 days after he moved to Memphis. And he actually did this. I wouldn't even talk about this. He did this because I didn't even want to talk about it. And but he had to come on here and do this. He had to do it because he's an emotional freak. And anyways, he lost his job, and I started thinking, I was like, wow, like I remember like I called him, I was at work and I called him and I was like, you ain't called me today. What's up? He was like, I lost my job. Start crying. You deserve better. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know. I didn't know. I was like, wow, because it was like I had a premonition about it. And I'm gonna tell you something that I didn't like. And I was trying to like sift like through all of these emotions. He had gotten his income tax. And he had already told me, he's like, when I get my income tax, I'm giving it all to you. I said, okay, good. And so I was like, well, for my birthday, we're gonna go to New Orleans because he was like, okay. I was like, so you part of your income tax, will pay for the trip, and then because I like to plan stuff, like I like for the man to be the man. So I got to thinking about, I was like, okay, so he it's my birthday, so he's supposed to pay for the trip to New Orleans. So he got his income tax. He called me, he's like, I got half of my income tax. I was like, okay. I was like, "Oh my god, that's so good." So I'm thinking he was like, "I'm getting ready to send the whole thing to you," and he didn't do it. I don't like for nobody that don't keep their word. Okay, so I hated to. I just wanted to see how he was gonna move. See, these are a lot of the things that I internalized. If he said I was mean, like I shut down on him because I'm not getting ready to take care of no man. Right. I want a man that's gonna be not just be a leader because he want to be a leader, but not with the money. And so, anyways, he didn't send me the money, and so he was like, I gotta. Um, so he act like, and this is another thing that did something. He act like a damn welfare queen, just like the lady that he had been with said he was a damn welfare queen. That's what she said. He was a welfare queen. He was used to getting government assistance too. That's what she told me. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what she said. She had been with him all that time, so I guess she would know. So, anyways, he took off, and that made me mad. He started taking off, and I was like, why are you taking off? Because I don't why are you taking off? Because you got money? Because I don't deal with men that do ghetto stuff like that. You get some money, and now you taking off work when you supposed to be still working. He taking off work. And she was right, like a welfare queen. So then, so he had that money. He started taking off work. That pissed me off. And he borrowed money from his mama and his dad. So I'm thinking like, where all of this, like when he get to Memphis, he got nothing, zero. I'm like, where all this money go? I'm sure a lot of it was spent with Ralph Lauren. See, that's the type of stuff that I was not going to deal with because I have priorities. Like my bills are priority, right? That's priority. If you want to go, so then he busts out and say to me, because I was like, if all the money gone, what about my birthday and stuff? Like I need to reserves, you know, the rooms, and we need to get our train and stuff like that, so we could have that experience. Y'all know what that Negro said to me? Well, I'm sure that the trip is gonna get paid for. So I guess, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about it. I am. Because he did that. He brought that to the YouTube and he shouldn't have. And he did it because he wanted to prove to her. She went and got that Harry Potter because she had told me. She said, um, I've been working so much to take care of him. She started talking about a whole lot of stuff, and she had not been able to go to her advisor. So she dealing that Harry Potter stuff. So she got him voodoo real good with his stupid ass. And she got him medicated because she said she had to put him on mental meds to make sure, um, because he had a real bad temper. So I guess she's saying she had to keep him sedated. Okay, and I wasn't gonna deal with nothing like that. Now he never lost his temper on me. Now he had started looking at me crazy though. He had, with them big old eyes, he had started looking at me crazy, and I was saying to myself, I don't want to have to knock him down for good. But I wouldn't have had any problem because when I sent him back, I did have some emotions. I was like, was I wrong to do him like that? Because I do like him, but I think about it. He was ready to go because she said he was talking to her, so he thought he saw that it was not going to be as easy with me because when a man asks me, if you're in a relationship with me and you ask me what do I want from you, I want everything. That's what I want. I want everything. I want everything you have to offer. Okay. And he wasn't willing to give five. He was comfortable with handing everything to me. What I saw was I was coming out of a depression or trying to come out of one. And I saw a man sitting at the end of my couch handing me everything. Here's the number for this. Did you look this up? Because you need to get your licenses. You need to get that off of your background. I don't know how to do it. So then I do it. I come home, I start researching it. I'm on my break, I'm doing it. Give it to him, put it there for him. Did you do it? Had me on hold too long. I ain't dealing with nothing like that. What? Who did I have to help me? Instead, what that bitch tried to do was exploit me. That's what he tried to do. And I still ain't put half of what that lady said out. It's just too degrading to put out. Okay. So, and I'm not gonna do his kids like that either. This time, I hope she put insurance on him because the way she feel about him, I'm trying to understand. But I guess it all makes sense because I did talk to her husband, okay? Because when I felt like she thought she had played me, and I didn't seek out her family, I sure did. I talked to she married. I sure did. And her husband said, "You know what's so weird?" And he said, "No offense to you. When I thought that when she was bringing that man to my house, I thought that she was having an affair with him." And he says that she was hollering about, "I would never let a black man touch me." He says, "No offense to you, but she's always spoke very illy of black people." He says, so I started thinking about that. Well, maybe she just feels sorry for a single black father. And he says, so I don't know if it's like mental illness or what, to be talk degrading about black people, and yet you destroy your marriage to go be with a black man. He says, but I he says, then I later found out, he said, I know it's got to be a mental illness. What she likes to do is, he said, I'm not trying to talk bad about black women, but it's something about black men, um that she tells them that they was the first they was the first that she had been with or some other, he said, when it's not true. Because he said he had found out quite a bit of stuff, which is why he would never be interested in going back to her. So, um, yeah. So it's a whole lot of stuff that that's exactly that's exactly what it was. It's a whole lot of things that I didn't say that I spared that Negro, and I still have been sparing him. And it's because I was able to just move on. Like I said, for the first few days I did, I thought about everything that she had told me. She had scared me. I was not, I was sleeping like in another room because I was scared, and I don't think it was game because she was mad as hell, you know. But I think I would never want to be with somebody because I feel like they put me on a pedestal because I'm white. I feel like I'm I think that's how she feel because when she talked to me, she was like, he says that he doesn't even like black women. I said he has a black mother and it was like she couldn't believe, that he had left her for me. And that wasn't gonna work out anyways, because it wasn't right. But because I was a black woman. You know what I mean? That's kind of like what I picked up on, because I was black. How dare he leave me for a black woman, you know? So I sent him back. Okay. But like I said, I didn't even have I had some emotions, and Diane know because I talked to Diane about it in the beginning because I was like confused, like I was like, did I do him wrong? And I was emotional about it. I was like, but I didn't see where he. I know I'm a go getter, but for somebody to just be comfortable with handing me everything when I already got pals and pals and stuff. Like I like for men to take the lead. I'm used to men taking care of me. Okay. And me being the helpmate, not me being the provider. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't never happened and it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna start happening now. It didn't happen then and it ain't happening now. And so yeah, anyways, but that's just the scratching the surface of it. That's just scratching the surface. I still ain't dug deep into it. That lady called me every day. He went at my house for 23 days. Once she got wind of it, that lady called me every day and she had a different story about that man every single day and things that he had did, and I really that she had done to him. So um I started trying to assess it. I was like, dog, should okay, so and I would talk to her because I like to see where people's minds are. Like, I like to see where their head is. So you calling, you getting this man fired off of jobs. Okay. She was calling and she got him fired off of the last one that he was on because she got him fired off. He had worked for this company that he loved so much, Ralph Lauren. And when he was telling me that he told me what supposedly had happened, I was like, he was like, but they put me on a no rehire list. I said, really? That's weird, just for something that's small. But anyways, when I talked to her, it all came together. She was like, I had to get to know everybody. I'm not mad at the lady because I feel like he put her through hell. She was like, I had to get to know like everybody. I said, well, what happened to him with that job? Because he wants to go back to that job. And here's another thing that I didn't I couldn't I that just threw me off. He stood and looked at me. He was like, if I needed to get to New York to talk to the people at Ralph Lauren, the execs, could you get me there? I said, hell no. You think you gonna come into my life and throw me off balance financially? Hell no. Okay. Stuff like that make me mad. I don't like for people to insult my intelligence, especially some man. You think I'm weak like that? Okay. And so she was like, well, I had to get to know everybody, that worked for him. I mean, that worked at Ralph Lauren because because he was cheating on me. She said with all the white girls. That's what she said. That's what she said. She made sure she said that. And she said, so I had gotten to know his managers and his and stuff like that. And she said, as quiet as it's kept, um, she told me why they was fired. And she said that the last time he cheated on her, she called and gave his managers up, told his managers some stuff that he was doing, so they was already had him up on the investigation or something. She was saying it's on tape, okay, and so that's why they put him on the no rehire list. And so I'm because I was trying to decide. I was like, dog, he's thinking that all it takes is talking to the right person. She screwed this man over for real. For real, for real. Because when you start, and he got the same type of personality that she got. Because when he got mad at me, when that Sambo, when she went and lied to him, because she was calling me when I sent him back, and he called one of my subs, okay, and all he called her himself. I'm gonna really tell her everything, and I guess he wanted to prove to her because she was mad at me for talking to her husband. He wanted to prove to her that Sambo got active, okay, for that woman. He got active. I guess he thought that he was gonna hurt me to prove a point to her. That Sambo, because that's what he is. Um, he told one of my subs that I need to call and get her fired off of her job. The same thing that she had been doing to him. So they're a match made in heaven. Okay. They really a match made in heaven. What she's gonna do is she's gonna kill him the next time because she had already said, she said, well, I had to his temper was so bad, she thinks she's slick to be slow. Okay. But what she's gonna do is she's gonna kill him this next time. And ain't nothing gonna happen because it's already on paper and she done already put him on meds and he black. He a black Sambo. So what's going and they ain't gonna do nothing but let that white lady go free. Okay. So he better do everything. Okay, right. And she had told me she was mentally they should have left me alone. That man should have left me alone because I didn't do nothing to that man. I didn't do anything to him but gave him some grace. I gave him some grace because I really was not mad. I really had a few emotions because I hate that it had to be like that. I hate that it had to be like that. Thank you, Switch B. Right, because she was telling me how he had used her for 15 years. She said he used me. He used me every day. That lady told me so much stuff. Y'all, I'm sorry, my head hurt. My head stopped up. And I was like, I know that can't happen with me because I just don't. I don't allow that, and I like men that are go getters, and that's the reason why I say like, when folks start talking about street dudes, okay, hey, everybody comes from all different walks of life, but I grew up in the hood, so my cousins and stuff were in. I mainly been around guys that were in the street, more street do, and I ain't dated. I have not had intimate relationships with that many guys, but the ones that I've had relationships that lasted a long time, more so with guys that was in the street than not. They were kinder, more methodical, extremely smart. Okay. Just because they're in the street, they just went the wrong direction, don't mean that they're bad people. They will go getters. And I like that. I don't like people that like to hustle other people. I like guys that know how to hustle, but not by using people. I don't like users. I don't like anybody that's a user of any kind. I don't care if it's a family member. I'm not getting ready to be around nobody that's got that mentality on how to try to sit up and hustle people all the time. I don't like folks. I don't like them. I don't like them. Okay. Yeah, that's probably what was going to happen. Like, I think some people are just used to the bare minimum. I work extremely hard. I save. I order a lot of stuff, but you better know I have points and shit on my credit cards. I'm not spending good money. Like, you think about a Ralph Lauren, okay? Because I remember. And see, this is what I don't like about these some of these men. That's why I'm very careful. When he thought he was in good with me, he asked me. He was like, and I ain't gonna lie, for Valentine's Day, the dude went all out. He did. He went all out, and I don't think he would have spared anything on me. The thing about it is, he wouldn't have never had it because he spent money like he was not good with money. And you can't have a person, I don't care if it's a man or a woman, you can't be with nobody if you're trying to build something that's not good with money. So I had bags and stuff coming to the house every day. He was like, you get all these packages and stuff. I do, but it's because I be getting like coupons and stuff in my email, 40% off on Macy's before it expire. I have to go and use it. I be getting cash points and stuff. So, and they be adding up. So that's the reason. That's the reasons why. If I spent all my money on this stuff, I wouldn't have no damn money. So when you talking about Ralph Lauren, where you paying $300 for linen pants and shit, you can't get nothing from Ralph Lauren for under 170 something dollars. So he got a real expensive habit. And so as at the time as his woman, I tried to encourage him. I said, "Well, listen, why don't you, because you I guess you're a fashionable person, okay? I guess. Why don't you look at like starting your own clothing line now? Ralph Lauren as a lifestyle." I said, I said, oh, okay, so no, this ain't gonna work because he would prefer to make Ralph Lauren rich rather than building a brand for himself. Okay. It just was not gonna work out. Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna even say that because I don't want to put his business out like that. Well, I won't say who it is, but I used to date this guy, and he was a rapper, and from back in the day, and that dude went through a depression because of what they did to him in the industry. And I think the depression was also, when people would see him, they would go, that's such and such, like this and that. He's so talented, could play every instrument. But you know what I liked about that dude? He understood what his position was. He knew at that time, because I mean he still gets some type of residuals, but it ain't what it should be because he didn't know anything about the business, right? So they was able to financially rape him. But that dude has never asked. He was a man's man. Never asked me for nothing. And when he would get them checks and they were bigger, it was always, baby, what you want? Okay, what I need to do to make your, at the time my TV show, what I need to do, I just got a bag. What I need to do to help you make that bigger. That's what real men do. And you damn right. Every time I thought of an idea, I was like, you need to do this. Why don't you do that? Well, look on the internet, do this, do this, do that. He doing something right now that's lucrative. Because I told him, why don't you start going to the internet and looking at how to do that? And then, you ain't necessarily, just got to do rap. Start looking into like rap writing, because you're real good with writing and instruments, and investing and, selling it to other artists, kind of learn the business and stuff. But what you like to do, like with the cars and stuff, start, you can start reselling that. Go here and do that. I showed them where to go on the land bank to start buying houses and stuff. Invest your money when you get your residuals. Save up like 3 4, because they come quarterly, and then you can invest in this. You can do this. You can do that. You can do that. That dude was good to me, and I was making way more money than him. Never asked me for nothing because he was a man's man. He wouldn't ask no woman for no money. He had pride, and that's why I loved him. Okay. So over here looking at shoes online. I had some bags to come in today. I had from Kohl's. I had to spend, y'all know Kohl's be giving me a lot of cash money. I had to spend it. Shoot. I think I had 90 something dollars because it had added up. I got me a green dress, and I got me a brown and white sweater, and I got me a blue short. I got me a blue dress. It's cute. It's a little short baby doll dress. I'm wearing them tomorrow with my blue boots. I got some blue fur boots, and they come up to my knees. I'm putting that dress on, and I got work over in Orange Mound, and I'm gonna call the police to follow me in case Quit try to get in behind me. I know Quit hate me. I know he be hating me. I be messing with him all the time. Um, it says T, you way too bossed up for this. I can't believe you. Hey, the man. Yeah, we have fun on here. We do. We have fun. And the reason, like I said, I never would have brought that up if he had not brought it up. Like he didn't do that right. He just didn't do it right because I didn't have any ill feelings. You can ask Diane. Diane, I called, like, I remember, like, the day I took him to the bus station. I took him to the Greyhound bus station. And I remember, like, when I dropped him off at the Greyhound bus station in Memphis, and I was good to him. I got him a Greyhound ticket. I could have put him on the World bus, and it would have took me 2 months to get home. And but I didn't do that. And I called Diane. I was like, Diane, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, was I impatient? Because I was not used to anything like that. And I was like, was I wrong? And so we kind of talked to her saying, no, Tamara, you were not wrong. And so when I was talking to my mom, my mother was like, you were stressed out because that was not how it was supposed to be. She was like, one thing about a man, like, she said, I felt like when that lady called, and she called corporate and told him that he had been forwarding the call. She told me she did that. I bet you couldn't get that Sambo to believe it. And them folks did an audit on that man and he lost his job. She wrong for that. Okay. You don't mess with people's jobs when you get mad at them. That's the reason why when folks start telling, I'm gonna call your job. And he did that to me to try to make that lady happy. He told one of my sons, I'm gonna call her job and get her fired. Them lawyers said, I wish he would call down here. I remember I went and I told the chief prosecutor, I said, I had to tell him because this Sambo had got active because he wanted to prove to that lady. I guess he thought I was gonna let him dog me out, okay, but I was gonna do him worse than what she was doing. But you can't do no worse. You can't treat the Sambo no worse than how she do. And so he just looked at me. He said, "Well, don't worry about it. If they call down here, that's gonna be harassment." Cause I had not done nothing to that damn man but been nice to him. Okay. I just couldn't take care of him. Okay. But I had all kinds of emotions. And so my mother was like, I feel this way. Because my mom and in my old school, that's where I get it from. She said, when that lady called and got him fired off of that job. And I asked him, I said, and I asked that Sambo. I wasn't telling him that she was calling me every day because she was calling me like I was a damn fool. I feel like you deserve better, and I'm calling to see you're okay. He hadn't hurt you or did anything to you because he's off his meal meds. And so I told him. I was sitting looking at him one day because she had called me that day. And I got home, I was sitting looking at him that night. I said, do you think that she got you fired off your job? No, a damn cuckabug head Sambo for real. No. I said, you don't think she got you fired? No. I said, oh, okay. I didn't say a word. I said, oh, okay. That's all. That's all I said. I said, oh, okay. I know y'all think I'm goofy, but look, listen, I'm not going over into 2026 with this because I even after the man called himself did that stuff to me, I ain't say nothing for a long time because I was healing. I was healing. I was in counseling, like I was in like grief counseling and stuff. So when they was like, he did this, he did that, he said, I ain't say nothing for months because I was like, I'm not going to let him send me back into that. I'm trying to get healthy my mind right now because I comes but I can't let him put me back into that because I it's a whole lot of stuff that I could do because if I keep talking about it, I'm gonna play that audio And I'm just gonna leave it alone. Okay. I'm gonna leave it alone. Because tonight would be the night to do it. Well, I ain't gonna do that. If I don't play it by the time I go over in 2026, that means I'm not gonna play it at all. And I'm not gonna let the devil tempt me to play it. Because the devil gets to tempting you. But I've moved on from that. Like I said, I had a few emotions the first 3 days. Diane, how long did I have those emotions? Was it for 3 days or for a week? For like the first 5 days. After I sent him back and I was okay. And then he got active on YouTube. So he was wrong for that because I had not said anything about him. But anyways, my mom was like, if when that man lost his job, what he should have did was, she said, what a real man does is if they know they're gonna have a hard time finding a job, they go back to where they came from until they get themselves together. They don't even feel comfortable. I don't understand where some of these men come from these days. A real man don't even feel comfortable um with asking a woman for nothing. But see, they got that hustle mentality, that users mentality. Okay. And that's the reason why they can't come up off of nothing. Because you can't use a woman. They be wanting to take care of another woman and think, oh, okay, I wonder if she's sorry. Like, I wonder if she easy. Like, I can use her. That's the reason why these bitches walking around here right now half can't see, can't walk, can't nothing else. They pathetic, some of them. Not all of y'all. Okay. Not all y'all men. Because these men be getting sensitive. If you ain't got no need to get sensitive if it's not you. Okay. I just like men that like to work hard and that like to hustle. Okay. And so if they when I see that they work hard, it turns me on to see them working hard, coming up on something. And then, hey, if you get a smart woman, because most men that work hard like smart women. They love smart women. That's when you're supposed to help to direct them in the right direction, as far as helping them to build this. You start helping them to build this empire when he give you his last name. Okay. But as far as giving them ideas, you can do that. Now when he give you his last name, you get active in the field with your damn husband. Okay. This is ours. I'm getting active in the field. My husband is good at doing this and this right here. Okay, so baby, this is how we're gonna do it, because in 2 years I want you to have your own building. You have your own building. We'll start out with something small. And then, hey, we keep working hard and putting money in a pot for this right here. You'll have a building. We play that smart. You could pay it off cash. Okay. That's what you do. He's already proved himself though. See, it would have been one thing if he had been taking care of me and he lost his job. I wouldn't have just sent him back home because, okay, well, this is a man that has had my back. Okay, so he works hard. He just happened to lose his job. He'll get another job. In the meantime, he's been good with money, so he ain't broke. So we ain't going into no pandemonium. I don't like people that spend every dime that they got in their pocket, especially a man. Because I feel like I'm used to men holding the fort down. Like the women are the helpmate, the helpmate, but the men hold the fort down. And so when they're off balance, the whole house is off balance. Okay. So if he's spending everything he got in his damn pocket and he's not a good steward of money, that means my damn house is gonna stay off balance. I ain't laying up under nothing like that every night. I don't even want him. The house is off balance. I'm off balance. I can't do nothing right. I'm worried all the time. I'm asking questions because I like stability. And so I remember that Sambo gonna ask me, something, you don't listen. Because I mean, but I was constantly asking him questions because the lady was already telling me what was going on with him because he was calling her. She told me he doesn't trust you because they told me he doesn't trust you. What's up, Harry? Right. Absolutely. So I remember, and I was telling my mama this. I'm just thinking about some stuff now. I ain't gonna be on here much longer. I gotta say this. So I remember. So y'all know I was telling y'all about the trip to New Orleans, right? That was my birthday trip that he was supposed to pay for, right? Because it was my birthday. So, but then he turned around and said, I'm sure the trip is going to get paid for. So I guess that means I'm supposed to pay for it, right? So I mean, if I went, okay, because I was gonna go anyways. But I mean, if he had not paid for the trip, we weren't going. If he was still around, but he wasn't gonna be around, and he didn't pay for that trip because I wasn't gonna let him be around because I'm not gonna deal with nothing like that. And so, anyways, so I was like, well, for your birthday, what do you want to do? So he had a good idea. He was like, for my birthday, I would just like for all my kids to come to Tennessee and our families and stuff come together. I was like, well, that's cool. That would be a good idea. So me and his daughter was communicating on that. So then I was like, so what about next year? Because I like to start planning trips and stuff. 'Cause I said I want to take the Alaskan cruise. And he was like, okay, that's fine. I guess he would say that because he might have thought I was gonna pay for it. And so then I asked him, I said, so what do you want to do? Let's go to Vegas for your birthday. He was like, so you choose where you want to go for your birthday and you choose where I want to go for my birthday. I was like, well, neither one of us has been to Vegas. So he said, I want to go to New York. And I was like, well, okay, I love New York. So okay, so I got to make a long story short. So I'm just getting to I get to thinking about how this dude thought he was going to play me. Okay, once he saw that he was not going to be able to play me, he rather had left anyways because it ain't sweet over here because you're going to be a man over here and you're going to pay these bills. Okay, you're going to pay them. You ain't got no choice. And so, anyway, so he tried to pull one on me. He said, I want to go to New York. I said, okay. I said, because normally when I go to New York, we stay like 3, 4 days. I want to stay awake. That's how he said, I want to stay a week. I said, I said, I don't know if I would have the time to stay for a week, but definitely 3, 4 days because New York is very expensive. And he said he tried to pull one over on me. He said, "Yeah, because his voice changed. Yeah, because I know you're gonna want the full experience. We could stay at some hotel. I forget the name of the hotel, but he forgot that he had said that he had always dreamed of staying at that hotel, and that just made me mad. I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "How much is that hotel room a night?" Well, I know you want the best. It's about 1,500 a night. I said, "Well, that ain't happening." I knew at that point that motherfucker thought he was gonna use me. Bitch, how in the fuck you gonna try to if I say, well, we're gonna go to New York, you know what I mean? As your woman, I mean, you take me to where I want to go then as your woman. I'm like, okay, well, man, taking my man to New York after he's, proved himself to me for about 3 days. But he's sitting up talking about 5 days and $1,500 hotel like I was a duck. That made me mad because what man would want his woman to spend that type of money? Okay. I knew then I couldn't be with him. Okay. But and it started to become clear to me. Excuse my cussing, Lord. Yeah, I'm really not a maniac. I be getting passionate. It just started to become clear to me that what that lady was saying was true. That lady said, "Run, girl." She was on the phone crying, "Run, run, girl. He's gonna try to drain you for everything that you got." And I'm saying to myself, surely we've talked a year. He gotta know that he's not gonna be able to do that to me. He gotta know it. So when she was saying that, run from him, run. He's gonna try to drain you for every dime you got. That's what he does. He tries to drain you for everything, and then he loses interest. And I was like, I know he gotta know that that ain't gonna happen with me. He gotta know it. What's up, Cypress? Anyway, that's enough of that, child. We ain't gonna talk about that no more. Okay. But and I wouldn't have talked about it in the first place if he had not got his ass on here to try to prove a point to that woman by getting on here trying to dog me. And I ain't even it's just I ain't even got into I really just scratched the surface just then. Okay. But I don't want to talk about it. No, I'm leaving it alone because the devil is trying to get into me tonight. And I'm gonna just leave that alone. Anyways, y'all, what else y'all got going on? Yeah, thing about it was I was never in love. I wasn't in love because if I was, I wouldn't have been able to get over him like that. I wasn't in love. Now with Gangster Pat, I was in love with him. We was together for a long time. I wasn't in love with this one. Okay. Um. Anyways, I mean, I'm not trying. I'm just telling the truth. I liked him. I was in care. I was in care for him. I was in care, but I mean, you have to understand. Like I was in a depression. I think that dude was going through something too. You know what I mean? But I could have upgraded his life. I would have helped him to upgrade his life if he had the work ethic. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I wins. And a person, I mean, if you ain't willing to work hard and you can't be my teammate, you'll hold me back. Most men, when they see that women got to drive, they get out and work hard so that they can finance it because they know she gonna come up on something. Shoot, what man wouldn't want a woman like me? I'm gonna give him hell, but I mean it's worth it. Mm. Who all in this chat tonight? Folks be in the bushes listening. They be downloading information that they who in here? Come in here and speak to me. Hey Lamar. Hey, Kimberly. He said I'm all up in the trees. Hey, lovely lady. Anyway, y'all, what else has been going on? Yeah, what else has been going on? It was something else that I wanted to talk about. I forget what it was. Um, yeah, I forgot what it was. Yeah, I want to do something for the kids. I need for the men in here to donate some money for me to do it. Or I could do better than that. I would love to have a list and they go and buy it. Send your wives to buy it and then bring it to me so that I won't have to go do the shopping. And then um yeah. Men don't like to shop, but all they got to do is go in the store and pick it up. I decide on what it is that I need them to do. And then I'll make sure and then they'll go do it. The men's supposed to be taking care of the community. I have a lot of expectations for me. I mean, I do. Like, I have a lot of expectations when it comes to me, and I do because it's very disappointing to me because, like in my family, the older one, like my great aunts and stuff, they they put their men like on a pedestal. And when I say that, like they held them in high regards, but them women didn't want for nothing. Their husbands took care of them, and they was not mean to them either. They took care of them, and they did not have a lot of burden. All I could think about like is I don't like lazy men because I remember when my grandfather was sick and when cancer was eating his body up, he had worked his whole life. And so when he had to retire from construction, he had to retire because cancer was eating him up. So we couldn't sit him down because all he knew how to do was just work to provide for his family. So he would be in the when he had to retire early, he would be in the backyard planting greens for my grandmother. He took care of the garden. He was consistently planting food. And so my grandma would be so upset. She was like, I don't know why my husband won't just sit down. He's sick. And she would be calling him in the backyard, talking about, come out of that heat. Get out of the heat. And he would always tell my grandmother, if I stop, I'ma die. Like all he knew to do was it made him feel good to work. So he had to retire early. He was getting a check, but he was planting food and stuff. Cause I can plant food for my family. That's something because my grandma cooked a lot of greens. He planted bell peppers. We had hot peppers, tomatoes, and that man was sick as he could be. And he's young. Uh, I don't like it when no man sleep all day. Not unless he work at night. I'm just saying that right now. He gonna be working some shift. If he gonna be up in the house with me, he should not unless he just he done hit the lottery, and neither one of us gonna be working. They said a woman is facing charges for the abuse and murder of a 3-year-old boy over the weekend. Oh my God. I see that I'm starting to see more where kids are being abused, like they're killing these kids that rate is starting to go up again. Yeah, I had a case today in South Memphis, and it was around um on News Channel 24. Okay. It was like around Olive Street in South Memphis. All I could see, because I was looking for a street, and I went down this one street because y'all know those streets be real, like almost like they be real narrow in that part of South Memphis, right? And all I could see, I went down, I passed Olive Street. I forget the name of that street. After you pass Olive, it was nothing but FBI agents out there. I mean, it was about 15 of them, and they all had FBI on their thing. I'm like, dog, like they out in South Memphis deep, but they always be over there in that area deep. The state troopers like around there, but if now that I think about it, I think there's a lot of prostitution and drug um infestation over there, if I said that right. Yeah, her office, she tortured the baby so bad. That's so sad. It really is. It's really sad. Mm, mm, mm. Um, I'm trying to get out of, and these men better start being careful. Like when they get in with these women, and they have small children, and they're having issues in the household. Because I've been seeing a lot of that. These women have been hurting these men, children. Now he living with the woman. The baby is not hers, and he go out, he leave and leave the kids there with the woman while he out cheating or whatever. And that's been happening. They've been hurting them kids real bad, those babies, because they mad at the dude. I don't know what this world is coming to. Yeah, what is wrong with they get mad at the men? You have women that's hurting their own children. If they get mad at the father and they feel like the father cares, she feel like, well, he don't love me. It ain't nothing I can do to make it mad. But this baby over here, and it's her own baby. But I mean, how you gonna even hurt somebody else's baby? Like this, I think mm-mm. That's sad to me. Hmm. A girl who unalived her baby daddy's son in Memphis. I was reading, I think it was in Nashville or some parts of Tennessee. Um, a man that was an engineer in his 50s was killed, and his son was arrested for it. I was looking at that yesterday, I believe. I don't really know y'all. What is going on? It's sad. It really is. It's gotta be some type of self, like, I don't know, because there's nothing normal about people hurting children. Like, it's nothing normal about people hurting other people that hadn't done anything to them. But when you think about people hurting innocent children, like, I don't even deal with people that like to hurt animals. I don't deal with people that like to hurt animals. That's why when people they come here, they can't come here and say nothing about my dogs. You know how people like to kick at animal? No, mm-mm. Like to beat animals. How could you stand to hear an animal cry? That's why I'm becoming a pescatarian. Well, I think I'm gonna just become a vegetarian because I messed around and saw a video of how, and I loves me some crab, some blue crab. But y'all, when they put them crabs and they alive in their pot, and the crab be crying and stuff, I, making all that noise because of the heat that's killing them. Who could eat something like that? I mean, you got to be cruel to do it. The pigs cry. I don't want no pig. I don't eat pig. I don't eat pork. Well, I ain't gonna sit here and even tell no lies, because let me tell you something. When I go into Kroger, and Kroger the only place that sell it, and I see that package of bacon, that peppered bacon, I be trying to walk by it. I do. I be walking. Lord, please don't let them have no pepper bacon. Please don't. And it ain't nothing but a pig, and it smells so good when I cook it. Let me see if they got some online, because I don't think they sell it no more. I started going to Whole Foods and getting the turkey. I think it'd be better to eat turkey because the turkey don't have no senses. They ain't got no sense. But pigs do. Let me see. Pepper, bacon in Kroger. Let me see. Lord have mercy. Walmart sells it now, Lord. Mm, mm, mm. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I think this is it. I hate I looked it up. Satan, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Want me to order this bacon, this pepper bacon? Um, oh, that's it too. But you know, the guy at Whole Foods told me when I was getting that turkey, I found that peppered turkey. It was good too. He said, "Well, we stopped making it." He said, "All you do is get coarse pepper and just and take the coarse pepper and put it all over the bacon. That's how you do it." So if I could find some turkey that don't taste like rubber, I'm gonna start because they don't sell that bacon, that turkey bacon at Whole Foods anymore. They had gone up to $11. I can't pay $11 a package for some bacon. I don't care if it's pork, and which I don't really like pork bacon, but I don't eat pork other than that peppered bacon when I see it, and Kroger don't sell it no more. Well, yes, they do because I'm looking at it, but they sell it online. She was charged with an. It's a lot. It's a lot. These men better start checking who they date. I mean, because we talk about people talk about all the time about how crazy men are, but a lot of these women just as crazy as these men. These men better start checking out who they date instead of just being thinking with the wrong head, looking at a big butt or whatever they say they do in bed. These folks is crazy. They are definitely mentally ill. When you start hearing women crack jokes and stuff about, yeah, I kill over this one right here. I'm willing to die about this one right here. I mean, instead of being flattered, they better take that to heart. Because a normal person don't say nothing like that. Hey, Edward Potts. No, so it's a lot of women that are toxic. Everybody has a toxic trait, even me, because I shows out. I will show out, but I'm not crazy though. But I will do a little whining because most women are spoiled. But there's a difference in being spoiled and being crazy, like being just out there, violently crazy. I'm not a violent person at all. I nag a lot, nag and whine. That's the most I'm gonna do. But as far as being violent, I don't deal with violent men either. You know, women are supposed to be like nurturers. They're supposed to be very nurturing, whether it's their child or not. I could never mistreat anybody's child. Never, ever, ever, ever. I would never do it. I would never do it. But these folks are a lot of these women, they hurt their own children. He said nagging. My mama be saying that all the time. My mama be saying, it's my fault. It's my fault. I said, what you talking about? It's my fault. I messed you up. You was my only child for a long time. I messed you up. And I just been praying for God to, she said, I be praying for God. She said, I know it's my fault. So I be praying for God to, I hope God got you a husband that's specially made for you, that knows how, that's patient, because you need a man, you need a husband that's really patient and kind and all of those things. But I'm kind. I'm a very kind person. Anyway, y'all, what else been going on? I went on here last night, so we just talking tonight. I'm getting ready to make me some coffee so we can talk some more. I'm really excited because I have been trying to locate somebody, and I was not sure. I did everything um to try and find them. I was like, dog, it don't look like I'm gonna be able to find them. I ran their name, ran in Memphis like gas and water system. I did everything. I was like, the name was just so common. And sure enough, I got a hit yesterday. And when the person texts me back like, yeah, I'm her, I'll give you a statement. And then she didn't call me. And then she called me when I was sitting here tonight. She's like, I just got off work. I said, girl, I didn't think I was gonna find you. I was like, I had been looking for you for some weeks. So I'd be happy when I get to close my cases out because when I keep them open too long, it makes me nervous. Um, so I can sit up and chill tonight. I was because since I can't take my final exam tonight because my camera wouldn't turn on. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that so much. Mm. Y'all made some chili and it's so spicy. I love spicy food, but I made it a little bit too spicy this time. I made it a little bit too spicy, but I'm gonna eat every bit of it because it's good, but it's a little too spicy. Like, um, when in the wintertime, it's good to make soup and make it spicy because it brings up all of that mucus. Yes, I watched the Diddy's documentary. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Once I started watching that Diddy documentary, I started binging on that documentary. I started binging on that documentary. I watched it for like 3 or 4 nights in a row. It's a good documentary. I promise to God it is. It's really good. And it's sad that Diddy is responsible for Tupac and Biggie's murders. How could he live with himself? How could he? He took out two legends. But in his mind, he probably feel like he made Biggie a legend. He probably feel like if Biggie had not died, he wouldn't be a legend or something. He helped to cut the men's lives short. If you ask me, the little time he doing in jail, it's not enough. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kawana. My condolences to you and your family about the loss of your father. I tell people when they lose people that are close to them, don't be afraid to grieve because a lot of times people feel like they have to be strong for everybody. I know, like with the day that my dad passed away, I I came home and I mean, because psychologically it can mess you up sometimes. I came home and I started sitting. I was thinking, th- I was like, my dad died, and I was like, well, maybe he's not dead. Like maybe I didn't just experience that. I mean, it'll really mess with your it could because it could mess with your mental. It really can. Um, yeah, drop a prayer for Kawana. Yeah, I know. And that's how you be. Like you be numb. You be numb. Like I just sometimes I still can't believe it because I go like my dad fought forever. I can't believe that he didn't fight death. I can't believe it that he didn't fight death and win. I guess he was tired of fighting. So we all got an expiration date, that's for sure. I remember I think I'm getting emotional. I got emotions all over the place. Because when you say that your dad passed, it brought back memories. I remember like when my dad passed, I was so angry. I was so angry at that vlogger Onan because I knew he dealt in like witchcraft. He had people up on his panel. You know, he was wishing death on me. That's why folks focus in on me. I be ready to get the law on them to get them focused somewhere else because it's not normal. And and so I remember I was so mad for a long time at him. I had started, it had gotten so bad, like, because at my lowest, him and his followers were sending me emails. I mean, messages on Facebook. I still got those messages. And if they haven't deleted those fake pages and talking about, yeah, where your dad at? Go dig your dead ass dad up. Yeah, it was so fresh. These demons was that never met me a day in their life, know nothing about me. If you don't like my personality on my channel, it would be best if you don't come up in here. That's what I do. When I don't like people, I don't look at their stuff. But I'm saying though, and so I would go on and on. I would say because I was so mad. I would say, "Oh, I hate him. I hate him. I wish he'd die. I wish he'd die." And I remember one night I was so stressed out on here. Like my voice had changed. I was so sick of them, his obsession with me. And because he wanted to control the narrative of the Young Doss case, right? That he wanted to do that. And which he was I think at some point they started paying him off because he started trying to get everybody in paper route put in jail. Well, he couldn't get them put in jail, but he wanted to spew a narrative. And so my mama said, wait a minute, wait a minute. She said, let me tell you something. Um, First of all, it's not even good, regardless of what he's done. I didn't raise you to be saying you wish somebody would die and you hate them. First of all, you need to ask God to forgive you for that. And she says that he could not put no type of witchcraft or nothing on your daddy. It was your daddy's time was just up. We all got a expiration date, and your daddy's time was just up. And that resonated with me. She was like, it was just up. It was just written. and nobody could have ever he was not going to die a day later because it was natural causes. Now, when somebody like young Dolph, his life was interrupted. So when people, and even with with complications from diabetes, which is what my dad had, um, but when people say, well, when people are shot down, they go, well, that was it was just their time. Well, no, I mean, I don't know if there was his time or not, because that's somebody that interrupted his life. They decided to play God. Um, what happened with Key Glock? I don't know. What are they saying about Key Glock? So I started feeling differently after that. And believe it or not, I had started getting past that. But you have to reap what you sow, though. And even with the 30 something years that he got in jail, I would never wish that upon him. I wouldn't wish that upon him. Do I care about it? No, I don't care. But I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. But I mean, he did the crime, and he got to do the time. Oh, I doubt that. It said they arrested Key Glock. He supposed to have killed Juke. I don't think that happened. I don't think Key Glock killed Juke. Who channel? Who? Where you hear that at? Kawana. Mm. Hold on, y'all. I think if I turn the heater on, because it's cold in here and it's making me sleepy. Hold on, let me turn my heater on. Hold on, give me a minute. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. It says Glorilla gave him up. Glorilla gave him up on YouTube. Oh Lord. I don't think any paper route artist is going to be getting arrested um for anything, especially not for um no nothing as it relates to like big juke or anything like that. I don't think that. Now, if you ask me, do I believe that um this situation is over as far as like what happened to young Doll? Like, no, I don't think so. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the case is not closed. It's not. That's not a myth. You hear the prosecutors. You heard even in Quit's trial, um, the officer Dabney and them. Dabney didn't say a whole lot. People kind of felt like he was trying to hide something. He just couldn't. He can't. You're not going to hear police officers talk about an ongoing investigation, really. And you heard them constantly say, um, that it's ongoing. You know, it may not be with the state, but the case is not closed. It's not. And it's not open because of Cornelius. I think I've said this before, and I don't necessarily, for some reason people get sensitive, and which I don't care. What they need to do is stay off my damn channel before it end up being harassment. If you don't like what I say, stay your sensitive ass off of here. Okay. Um, but but these are the facts. Um, they from what I could understand, they said that they was able to establish um, persons that wanted young Dolph unalived and why. And then there was some that they found out wanted him gone too. And at that point, they didn't know why they wanted him dead. So it maybe it's those ones that they found out that wanted him unalived, and they didn't know why. Listen, um, y'all see I get on here, I be talking about other stuff. I be having so much stuff going on. So I don't have to be right. I don't have to get on here and try to say anything. It's 48 people on here. And so um, you know, I don't have to come with a bunch of outlandish stuff. But those are the facts. So for those who don't like it, why don't they ask them to why isn't the case closed? You would think if they had everybody, it would have ended with Orange Mound quit, right? But it didn't. So, and that's according to them, right? Even before Quit went to trial, like it was an ongoing investigation. Afterwards, it's an ongoing investigation. What are they investigating if they got all of hey Miss E baby? They've if it ends with Quit, why isn't it over? Right? And so I think everybody has their own opinions. Somebody reached out to me and asked me to go look at a video Quit did. And so I did, and in his opinion, and it's just his opinion because he don't know. Um, he says that he don't think that anything is happening, and he has a right to say that because that's his opinion. But he can't. That's just his opinion. He don't know. No, they haven't found Juke's killer that I know of. Not unless it's something that just happened. Not unless they just found him tonight. Um, yeah, I wonder if they're gonna ever find out. What they're gonna do about Teasy. They found whose shoe at the crime scene. No, if they found Juke killer, where y'all hear this at? Because I want to go look at it. Oh, she said she might have been reading it wrong. I was listening to Stan G. Stan G says that I was listening to Stan G one day. He says that no, he was up on my panel. He says that what's the guy name that went to jail with Young Mob, the heavyset one? He said he'd get ready to come home. um Stan G says stupid dude is get ready to come home. So that's what Stan G said. He said stupid dude get ready to come home. You definitely haven't heard anything else about it. Mm. Free Brian Lackland. Yeah. I hope he gets out and get into his rap or whatever it is. These young men need to get a trade. These young men need to go get a trade in case rap don't work out. Of course, a while they're getting it to work out. I'll say that. And and if they go get a trade, they be working a lot, so it'll keep them out of trouble. Anyways, y'all, what else? Hold on, y'all. Let me fix my coffee because I let this house get cold. It's warming up now, though. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I fixed my coffee, so whew, that'll have to warm me up. Yeah, I be going to Marshalls and getting those what are they called? They're called the skinny flavors. They have no sugar in them. You put them in your coffee. I got the white chocolate, and it gives your coffee a little flavor. Cause what I do is I use the powdered cream, the Coffee Mate, with no sugar in it. I use that creamer for a little bit of flavor with no sugar in it. I'm a contractor and electrician with CDL. Best thing could happen to me was learning technology. Yes. Um, um, I'm praying that they get the funds, but they have an idea. Some of the unions, the electric unions, they're wanting to build a school and name it the Rick Thompson School for Electrical Workers. I pray that that happens. Um, I talk about all the time, like how Memphis like gas and water is like the best kept secret. Um, they try to scare you off with talking about, when you get out the meter readers, get chased by dogs and stuff. That very rarely happens. They make so much money. They have some of the best insurance out there. I'm gonna tell you something. Memphis like gas and water, even though they're up under the city, their insurance, what they pay is different than what they pay less than the city workers. Like city workers probably paying $101, $120 every pay period. The electrical workers don't pay that because my dad made sure of that. They got good lawyers and they went into negotiations and they fought hard. And I remember growing up, my dad's insurance, I think the highest that the copay ever got, because I was on my dad's insurance until I was 20, I believe 26. And I think the highest I ever paid for copay was $15. And it was the best insurance. And it is still like that. As far as like electrical workers and stuff, I really would love for black men to start looking into that, start applying to Memphis like gas and water and getting trained. Get you a truck, one of those trucks, so like learn how to cut down trees and stuff. And you can get contracted through Memphis like gas and water and stuff. Um you could be a contractor, own your own business and be a contractor. If you got your own truck and stuff like that, if you don't know how to get contracted through the city, I could tell you how. I'll tell you how to do it. But you gotta have everything. I'm not gonna talk to you on the phone if you ain't got nothing. You need to have your truck. You need to already have your ducks, have everything that you need. Um, let's see. Tam, trades are just as important as yes, yes, it is. I'm telling you, yes, it is. I would advise anybody to take a trade if it's something that you like. Go and take a trade and perfect it you can make a lot of you make people make lots of money off of doing things that they like because it's not work. He said he worked in yeah. I don't think the younger generation knows the importance of a union. Unions are very important. They are so important. That's a blessing. They need to take that HVAC too. Is it HVAC? They need to take that so that like heating and air conditioning, that is that's you can make some good money off of that. You really can. So I'm rooting for all our children and adults. I tell people all the time, whatever you want is out there. You take your eyes off of other people and put your eyes on the prize as it relates to you. Start worrying about other folks and what they got going on and focus on you and be consistent. Before you know it, you'll have everything you want. Hmm. For New Year's, I'm gonna take a little trip out of town. I think I'm gonna go back down to New Orleans. Yes, welding, carpenters. I'm telling you, you'll always make money. Always. He's carpentry. Yes, carpentry. He said, "Oh Lord, yes, I want to take a trip back. I'm gonna take a for the New Year's. I think I want to take a trip back down to New Orleans. I be hanging out with my friends. I have fun, but I don't know. Maybe I may wait until the springtime because when it's cold, I don't be wanting to do nothing. In the springtime, I do like getting out and doing things when I go out of town. This year, we're having our family reunion in Kansas. Hmm. In Kansas City, Missouri. Um, a big portion of my family is there, so they're hosting. We have a family reunion every year, which is a good thing. Next year it'll be hosted in Kansas City, Missouri. Diane, she was in here earlier. She was in here earlier. Believe it or not, I've never been to Kansas City, Missouri, even though I got family there. So I'm excited about going. I like going places I've never gone before. But that'll be in August. But I in the spring I'm taking a vacation because I've worked my butt off. Um, I either need to go before the spring semester starts, or I might go after the spring semester ends because by that time I would have done got my butt whooped real good in my studies and all of that. Hmm. It's nice. Okay. I'm excited about going there. Oh, there she goes. She's in here. She said, "Where you been, bruh?" They got the gummies legal. Are you talking about weed gummies? Like weed, like a joint gummy? They got joint gummies legal. I don't do drugs. Edwards, I don't do drugs. He said dope. Oh Lord, no, I don't do drugs, Edward. I don't do drugs at all. I never have. I've never smoked a joint. A day in my life, I've never smoked a joint. I never had a desire to. I'm allergic to smoke though, so I gotta send out. Y'all want to do the numbers game tonight? So what we be quiet. So how we do with the numbers game? Remy, no. So how we do with the numbers game is that I got a couple gifts that I want to give away to my subs. And so you put a number in here, but here's the thing: in order for you to get the gift, you're gonna have to give me your address. I don't know why these supposed to be don't be wanting me to have their address. I mean, I ain't coming to nobody's house. But in order to get the gift, you're gonna have to give me an address so that I can mail it to you. Okay. So my moderators, y'all don't need to participate in this because y'all already got what I'm getting ready to give away. So y'all don't participate. Okay. So what I do is I tell you all to pick a number from. She said she need a couple. Pick a number from 1 to 100, and I give you where my phone at. I give you I give you 60 seconds, and whoever gets the number gets the gift. Do y'all want to? So if y'all win, everybody, if anybody in this chat, if y'all play the game, should I wait until there's more people in here? Maybe I should wait. I'll wait until there's more people in here, so everybody can get a chance. So everybody can get a chance. Edward, you be in here every time I come on. You'll be in here when the rest of them are in here. Everybody get a chance. Where? I got two gifts. I might make it three. I have two gifts to give away so far. Yep, yep, yep. So next year, y'all, I really want for you all to like. It's gonna be a celebration. It's gonna be a celebration because it's gonna be like a double celebration. I really need for you all to support me, and I wanna do an '80s birthday party. I know I've been saying that, but I really want to do an '80s birthday party for my birthday, and And I want y'all to come out and everybody dress up in their 80s attire. And the reason I say the 80s is because I remember growing up in the 80s. I was born in the late 70s. I don't remember anything about the 70s. I was dating this guy and I asked him because he was born in 72. And I had asked him, I said, do you remember the 70s? He was like, yeah. I was like, what was it like? And he was like, it was real cool growing up as a kid. He can remember, um, growing up as a kid and how he said it was just a cool atmosphere. But I remember growing up in the 80s and I loved it. Hey, Neo. He said, I would love to meet and greet with some of your top supporters. Yeah, I got some cool supporters. I really do. I got some real cool supporters. Y'all real chill. I like it. Definitely. Like it's y'all real chill, and I like that because I'm more of a chill, laid back person that's mature. Like I never been like all over the place, like wild and all over the place. That's not my personality. You said I'm an '80s baby. You gotta have that jogging, yeah, that jogging suit, the leotards, and all of that. Hmm. I love though going and looking at like documentaries from the '70s. Though I love doing that so much. Yeah, the finger waves. I've worn finger waves. We used to wear them over to the side. It was a lot of gel. They don't even make good gel no more. Shoot. I remember when we used to buy gel all the time. They don't make good gel no more. Yeah, and the 86 Cutlass. I remember one day we was walking home from school. It was me, Vanessa, a girl named Nakia or Nikita, her sister. I think her sister name was Jody. And we were all debating and we was talking about, I remember this just as clear as day. We was arguing about the 85. They had just put out the 1986 cars. And so Nikita, I think her name is Nakia or Nikita. She went to school with us. She was saying that she felt like the 85 cars looked better than the 1986 cars. And me and Vanessa and them was arguing, was like, the 1986 cars look better than the 1985 cars. That was something. Like just being kids. But I remember that walking home from school, we was talking about the 1985 cars and the 1986 cars. So it must have been like 1985, and they had already like started putting out the 1986 cars because we were in elementary school. I don't care how cold it was, we just wrapped up real good, and we all walked to school. Like all of the neighborhood, like the kids in Clementine, we all walked to school like together. I mean, like the whole apartment complex, like it was like we all left at the same time walking. And we would be so glad to get to school because it would be so cold. And we'd be so happy to walk inside that school to warm up. But we would be talking and playing like the whole time. So I guess that's why we was able to do it. I be loving it when I have cases like over that way. I get to, see the areas that I had grown up in. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, like that little cut that we used to take, like where Mr. Tate's castle was, the cut that we used to take in the back, going in the back of the apartment complex coming home from school. It is totally grown up. The grass is like the street. It's not even a dead end anymore. Like the grass is grown up through the concrete. I was like, wow. I get to wondering. I wonder what they're gonna do with that land. I know they're gonna do something with it. So I wonder what they're gonna do with the land that Clementine was on. They tore the apartments down. She said, "I love those eye rocks." Yeah, they were nice. I said, "Dang, it's all love." I'm telling you, I love thinking about the '80s. I think about when I be hearing some of those songs from the '80s. Oh my God, it just takes me back. I'm like, oh, I love listening to the '70s music and the '80s music, but especially the '80s. Even though the '70s music sound better, I'm just reminded with the '80s R&B. I'm telling you. Hold on, y'all. Especially this song. I remember this song growing up, and I know it came out in the '80s. I love this song too. It just takes me back to Clementine. I promise you. Who's the one that put this song out? Oh, that song came out in 1980. I was just looking at that. It came out in 1980. So as I started getting old enough to remember songs, they were still playing that song. I love that song though. I love that song. I don't know why I could never, for some reason. And she had maybe a song or two that I liked, but I never could. I never got into Sade. I never cared for her music. It was just something about her music I never cared for. I know everybody loves Sade, but she's not one of my. She's not somebody that I like to listen to. Anyways, y'all, it's 12. I'm gonna get off of here because I who calling me this way? Hold on. I don't know who that is. Hold on. Hmm. Oh, y'all, let me see some. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, bet. Y'all hit the like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, share. Hold on, y'all. Just give me a few minutes. Hmm. That's weird. Okay, I see. Hmm. What he say? He said, I'm joking, Miss C. What you say? You joking about what? I missed the comment because I was doing something else. He said, I'm only joking. Anyways, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you so much, Jonathan. All right, you guys, I love you all. Make sure y'all sleep peacefully tonight. Dear God, I ask you to watch over all of us and our families. No weapon formed against any of us shall prosper. Anything that rises up against us will be condemned. I love you all. I'll get back on tomorrow. I'll talk to you later.